All right, what's up, folks? This is Casper, and it is now August 29th at 12:31 p.m. And the Scholars Leaderboard, the third last of the month for the month of August, is starting in about half an hour. I will be registering in about 1 hour. And I figured before I do that, I'd go over the situation here a little bit and talk about what my plans are and what I am attempting to do in the next 3 days. So I discovered these tournaments on July 26th, and it was only early in August that I realized that there was also a prize pool, a very large prize pool of 6,000 tournament dollars that's awarded every month for the top 50 players in this Scholars Leaderboard in these tournaments. And in the month of August, there will be 15 tournaments total, and if I don't miss any of the next 3 days, I will have played 14 out of the 15. And you can see that right now I'm currently ranked 7th with 363 points, which puts me about one victory away from first place. So right now my mission is to win one of the next 3 tournaments. And obviously that's a tall order. You start with 60 big blinds in this tournament and it's 5-minute levels the whole way through. So it's a pretty fast tournament. There's a lot of gambling. There's a lot of close calls that you have to avoid, a lot of bullets to dodge. And, I figure this is a really hard challenge. However, the upside of me doing this is extremely high. You can see that below me, there are 2 players right here that are extremely close to me in points and threatening me very actively. But then above me, there's quite a bit of room between me and the 6th place player, right? There's almost 60 points between us. And 60 points is a final table finish. So there are 2 ways that I could really go about this, in my view. I could either try to, play really tight and get into the top 100 and just kind of basically like fold my way into a couple of points and try to pad my points total up to about 400 and secure 7th place more or less safely, assuming that nobody close below me, has a really good finish. However, that is not what I'm going to be doing. What I think is the better option is to blast it and go for gold, go for broke basically, and just try to take over the tournament, play, very aggressively, take risks, and try to accumulate a stack that can have a better shot at getting me to the final table and hopefully getting me to a victory. Because in order to achieve first place, which is obviously what I'm shooting for in this leaderboard, and you can see the prize difference is huge. In order to accomplish that, I basically need to finish 2nd or better and have one of the top 5 players not make a final table or not do well in the next 3 tournaments. And so the way I see it is I just need to win. I need to finish first in one of the next 3 tournaments. And if I do, that will vault me up into first place. Obviously, I would much rather have that happen today on Monday so that I can take it a bit easier on Tuesday, Wednesday, and just try to pad my points a little bit and protect that lead if I so happen to get it. But right now, as it stands, I need 2nd place or better in order to take the lead on this leaderboard. And, that's definitely my main goal. And my reasoning for this is just some of the calculations, some of the possible futures that I've figured out over the last couple days, in that it's very, very unlikely that I'm going to be getting less than $75 from this leaderboard. And it's basically impossible. There's one possible future basically where I could actually get booted out of the top 50. And in order for that to happen, basically every single player on this leaderboard needs to make the final table all 3 of the next 3 days. And so that's, ridiculously unlikely. I think it's pretty safe to say that that will not happen. So I'm guaranteed at least $50 right now, 50 tournament dollars, and I'm currently holding a position that has me getting paid out $150. So the way I see it is I'm risking losing 100 tournament dollars, and I'm trying to gain 850 tournament dollars, which is a very solid risk-reward proposition. And so that's the main reason why I'm not going to play it safe on these next 3 days. Even though, I might get bumped down out of the top 9 and lose potentially $75 very quickly. Even though that's likely to happen given my approach, I still think the better bet overall, especially with the Bankroll challenge that I have going on right now, which I am currently leading, the amount of value that these tournament dollars have for me in this challenge is unbelievable. And, no matter what happens in these next 3 days, if I'm the first one out of the tournament in the next 3 tournaments, I'm still going to have a ridiculous month in these tournaments. I'm still going to be up more than 1,000% on my buy-ins. throughout the entire month of August, throughout the 14 tournaments that I will have played once this month concludes. So no matter what happens, I'm up 1,000% or more in this tournament. So again, the way I see it is I'm just going to go for broke, and I'm going to be recording my next 3 attempts. I may delete them if they turn out to be insta bust outs, but I will be recording if I go deep, and so you'll be able to see, if I happen to pull off the impossible here and manage to finish second or better in one of the next 3 tournaments and take over first place and hold it, and therefore get paid out 1,000 tournament dollars, which again is gigantic for my progress in this challenge. You're going to be able to see how I did it. So needless to say, I'm really rooting for myself to pull this off. It's definitely crunch time. It's, Mission Impossible. But if there was ever a time to be a hero, I think that this is definitely it. So I'm just going to close this out by giving you a quick look at how things are going here. Last night, I had a heartbreaking finish in a PLO tournament. I took a shot at a $3 PLO 6 Max Turbo. And to my great frustration, despite coming into the final table with more than half the chips in play, I managed to finish second for the 4th time in this challenge, making it 4 out of 5 heads-ups that I lose, which is just infuriating. But nevertheless, I got a pretty decent cash out of it. My bankroll to start the day today is $236.54, and I'm up $257.91 overall, which is a 685% return on the initial buy-in that I put in. And then if we switch over to the challenge standings, this is from August 22nd. This will be updated by the end of today. So it's not showing right here, but Max has gone broke. It's official. Max has run out of money. That happened earlier this week. I just have yet to update it for today, the 29th. But by the end of today, I will have updated numbers for everybody. And so this is a bit old. This is a week old information, but you can see that I was in the lead by a substantial amount last Monday, 7 days ago today. And so once this is updated, it will be official. Me and John are the only 2 remaining players in this challenge, which means that I'm risking 1,000 to make, upwards of 10,000 potentially. There's also, the possibility that John just goes broke and I end up winning a smaller prize pool. But in any case, I'm really loving my position in the challenge right now. And these tournament dollars don't count towards the challenge, as I've stated in the past. It has to be a cash balance in order for it to count for the challenge. However, if I'm given a large number of tournament dollars, I can start playing much, much bigger buy-ins, like $5, $11, $22 buy-ins, and then it only takes a couple of cashes or one deep run potentially to convert that into several $100s of real money, which does count towards the challenge. So that kind of shows you the value of why I want to go for broke here in the Scholars Leaderboard, why I want to accumulate as many tournament dollars as possible, and why I'm willing to risk losing what I have right now in order to potentially achieve that. So anyway, that's it for the recap. I've got maybe 20 minutes before I have to register for the Scholars Leaderboard. So I'm going to have a quick little meal and get cracking on that. So wish me luck today and for the next 2 days. And if all goes well, I'm going to have a dream scenario to share with you by the end of Wednesday.